Hi, welcome back. We're going to be working on an arm balance / inversion, and it's forearm balance. I'm actually really fond of this pose, even over headstand, due to many of the limitations that people can have in headstand, and the compression on the cervical spine is not ideal for every body type. So forearm balance is a great supplement to that, and it's a great way to encourage more upper body strength and control and still get the benefits of inverting yourself. So Lainey is going to be showing you some variations, and we're using the good old wall again. I love the wall, especially when you start flipping yourself upside down and there's this unknown of where are my legs going. The security of the wall can often aid people in really increasing the overall experience of the pose and helping reduce some of that fear of not really knowing where your body is going. I love using the block for forearm balance, and here's why. Bringing the hands into a fist or interlaced finger position oftentimes rounds the chest and shoulders forward and can create kind of an overdevelopment and overactivity of the chest, pec, and biceps. When we open the hands up and use something like a block, we open up the front of the chest and really kind of increase that slight openness in our front body, which forearm balance does for us, and really shifts the load of strength into our upper back, our triceps, and our forearms. So it can create an all-over, just more balanced experience. Now, I gotta tell you, if you're used to doing forearm balance like this, and even your palms face down, get ready for some new muscles to turn on, because you might find that forearm balance now is not quite as easy as it once was before without that fist and hand combination. Okay, so when setting up the block, you want to have the block at least a hand's length distance away from the wall. Because the body curves when it comes up, you want to make sure that there's some space for your head and space for your body to kind of bow away and still balance out against the wall itself. All right, so coming down, forearms onto the block. Lainey could prep for this pose by coming into puppy dog. So curling the toes under, lifting up. If you feel uncomfortable with a pose like forearm balance, and you're not really sure where you're at with that, or you're teaching this and you have some students that aren't comfortable yet, this is going to be the pre-pose. You're prepping your shoulder girdle, you're prepping that stability, working through the spine, and starting to acclimate yourself to the starts of this variation or of this pose in a very safe, effective way. All right, so from this place now, how do I start prepping myself up and into the forearm balance? I like to do what I call kind of like the pogo stick. So Lainey's going to bend her knees and then use one leg to see if she can spring up and kind of dance towards the wall. Yeah, there we go. And then finding that wall after her first and second try, there we go. Versus bicycling the legs up, think about having one leg as a springboard and the other leg as part of the swing to help you find the wall eventually with both legs. Okay, so once we're in forearm balance, super important for you to karate chop the floor with your forearms. So actively push from your elbow to your pinky finger into the mat to pull out of your shoulder girdle, or what you're going to find is you're sinking into the shoulder girdle and it's almost like headstand. Now allow the eye line to curl towards the floor and balance out the bowing of your body. This is a lot of core strength. So if you choose to take your legs off the wall, your core is going to control that action, and the pressure down into your forearms is what's going to balance that out. Now it's absolutely not necessary for you to take your feet off the wall, and then slowly coming down, resting back on towards your heels, and releasing the shoulders. If I work with this in class with students, I often like to work in threes. So encouraging them to come up for a few breaths and then come back down and then work on their own for those second 2 times to be able to go around and offer some help. Now, let's say that one student can get up into the pose, but they just need help getting there, but once they're there, they're golden. I'm going to show you a really easy way to assist someone safely for you and the student to get them up into a pose like forearm balance. So coming up, Lainey's going to bring her leg up to hip level. So notice how I tapped her right leg and said I want this leg up, otherwise you're going to need a leg swung in your face pretty quickly. And then bringing your hands underneath that thigh, Lainey, push your leg into my hands. I'm telling her what I want her to do before she does it, so again, you don't get kicked in the face. Keep pushing your leg into my hands and now lift your other leg. And you're going to help move them towards the wall safely without getting kicked in the face and giving them the confidence to transition into a pose like forearm balance. Now, slowly again coming back down and then resting your body back. Using the block for some is a slow transition towards trying to use the right muscles, so don't get down on yourself if you feel like it's very frustrating or hard, or if you're feeling very tight and restrictive through the shoulder girdle. Like I said, one of my favorite pre-poses is puppy dog, because you're basically training the entire upper body, the muscles through the underarm, through the shoulders, through the upper back, to mimic that position that we're coming into in a pose like forearm balance. All right, so practice this pose, and I know you're going to do a great job. All right, until next time, we'll see you soon. Great job.